Hi everyone. So we are going to start with the different organ systems of Mullet. And the first system you're supposed to learn as per your syllabus is the digestive system. Digestive system of Mullet, it is composed of alimentary canal and associated digestive glands. The alimentary canal, it is differentiated into distinct parts starting from mouth. You can see the mouth opening, then the buccal cavity, this portion, then the pharynx, a very small esophagus, and the stomach region, and very long intestine. Okay, the whole thing intestine, and then opening out by way of the anus. Okay, so this is the alimentary canal. Fine. Now the alimentary there are digestive glands associated with various parts of the alimentary canal. Now you can see the intestine, it is very long, isn't it? This long intestine, it gives the very long alimentary canal as such, and it is actually as an adaptation for herbivory. Okay, the alimentary canal is long, tubular, and it is highly coiled because of its feeding nature. Now we'll see the various each of the parts in detail. Mouth, just like a typical what you call bony fish, it is terminal in position and it is almost transverse. Okay, then it is bordered by upper and lower jaws. Teeth are absent on the jaws. We have already seen the general features of Mugil cephallus. The teeth are absent. Ostick thighs, usually they do have teeth, but here it is teeth lacking. Then buccal cavity or the oral cavity, it is a spacious chamber with a muscular tongue on the floor, the buccal cavity. Okay, and this buccal cavity does not have any salivary glands. Usually the buccal cavity do possess salivary glands in the higher vertebrates, but it is absent here, and hence what happens is there is no digestion taking place in the buccal cavity. Buccal digestion is completely absent. Right, now next part is pharynx. The wall of the pharynx, it is provided with gill slits, that is openings. Okay, and you can see that there are four pairs of gill slits, one on like four on either side. Four pairs of gill slits are there, and at the junction between the pharynx and esophagus, there are a few pharyngeal teeth, and these teeth, they act like a filtering apparatus to filter out the mud that reaches along with the food. So you know that the fishes, they take in when they take in food, water also get inside. So mud attached to the this one, the food, it is actually strained out with the help of these filtering apparatus, which are formed from the what you call the pharyngeal teeth. Okay, that is pharyngeal teeth that is present between the pharynx at the junction of pharynx and the esophagus. Okay, esophagus, it is a very narrow tube extending between the pharynx and the what you call stomach. Okay, and it doesn't have much a role because it is very short and narrow, and um, the opening of the esophagus to the stomach, it is guarded by a esophageal valve which prevents the regurgitation of food from the stomach. So once the food reaches the stomach, it never returns back into the esophagus because of the presence of esophageal valve between the esophagus and stomach. Okay, now you can see the stomach over here. Stomach, it is not uniformly wide. You can see this part of the stomach is narrower, while here it is bulged out or swollen, isn't it? And this part of the stomach, which is continuing from the esophagus, this part is referred as the cardiac stomach. Okay, and the sac-like part of the stomach is referred as a pyloric stomach. So stomach, it is divided into two: the anterior, the cardiac stomach, and posterior pyloric stomach. This pyloric stomach is otherwise referred as gizzard. Gizzard. Okay, gizzard. Now the cardiac stomach, as it is seen, it is tubular, it is narrow tubular and relatively thin walled. While pyloric stomach, it is sac-like, it is globular and it is thick walled. Okay, when you dissect out the specimen during the practical hours, you can see it is very thick walled. Okay, massive structure. And at the junction between the what do you call cardiac stomach and the pyloric stomach, you can see the cardiac stomach, it is produced into a small structure over here. Okay, and this is known as the cardiac cecum. So at the junction between the cardiac stomach and the pyloric stomach, you can see a small lobular structure, and that is referred as a cardiac cecum. The internal lining of the cardiac stomach, it is reduced into numerous longitudinal folds. Right. it is produced into fold. Okay, right. Now intestine, it is, you can see it is very long and narrow tubular, and the whole intestine can be divided into three. That is the, you can see the duodenum, then you can see the long ilium, and then the rectum. Okay, duodenum, it is very short and it is uncoiled. First part of the intestine, actually that immediately follows the pyloric stomach. Okay, and you can see the at the junction between the pyloric stomach, this part, and the duodenum, the pyloric stomach, it is produced into glandular outgrowths which are referred as pyloric ceca. Okay, you can see finger-like structures. So this is actually outgrowths, glandular outgrowths of the pyloric stomach, and it is present between or at the junction between the pyloric stomach and the duodenum. Fine. The now this between the pyloric stomach and the duodenum, you can see there is a muscular sphincter inside. That is a it is known as pyloric sphincter, and this actually regulates the movement of food from the stomach to the intestine. Right. Now that is with respect to duodenum. Now coming to ilium, ilium is long and highly coiled part of the intestine. Usually, when we see the what you call sharks or the cartilaginous fishes, you can see that in the iliad part, they do have a structure which is referred as spiral valve. Okay, this or it is known as scroll valve, and this spiral valve, it is unique to cartilaginous fishes, and it is completely absent in the bony fishes. So here also you can't see any spiral valve. This intestine, the intestinal lumen is continuous and tubular. Okay, and intestine, it is a major center of digestion as well as absorption, and the ilium, it actually ends in rectum, which opens out at the anus. And hope you remember when we explained about the detail on the different types of fin, we saw that the ventral or the anal fin is usually placed just behind the anal opening, isn't it? So this is the anal opening and this is the anal fin. Fine. So I hope the alimentary canal, everything is clear about. Okay. Now with respect to the digestive glands, digestive system is composed of both the alimentary canal as well as the digestive glands. Now digestive glands, it is associated with the intestine. Include, you can see here. Okay. This is a liver, right? You can see, right? Now usually the digestive glands include the liver as well as the pancreas, and you can't see the pancreas, it is hepatopancreas, that is what. Okay, now the digestive glands, it is externally associated with the intestine. They include liver and pancreas. Liver is a lobular gland. It is incompletely divided into you can see three lobes, I'm sorry, right, three lobular structure, but it is not complete. Okay, and lying embedded in the lower lobe is the gallbladder. So this is the upper lobe, this is the middle lobe, and this is the lower lobe. And you can see associated with the lower lobe, the liver do have the gallbladder. Okay, and leading from the gallbladder is the cystic duct. Okay, and this cystic duct, it opens with it joins with the hepatic ducts arising from the lobes to form the bile duct. Okay, I'll tell you. That is, this is the upper lobe, this is the middle lobe, and the lower lobe of the liver. From each of the lobe arises a duct, and these ducts are referred as hepatic duct. Okay, these hepatic ducts join together to form a common hepatic duct. Right, and this common hepatic duct, it joins with the duct starting from the gallbladder. The duct which starts from the gallbladder is referred as the cystic duct. Okay, now the cystic duct and the hepatic duct joins together to form what is referred as the bile duct. Now it is clear. Okay, now this common bile duct opens into the ileum. Right, so we have the what you call hepatic duct, three hepatic ducts. These duct joins together to form a common duct. It at the same time, gallbladder, from the gallbladder arises a cystic duct. The cystic duct joins with the common hepatic duct to form the bile duct. This bile duct opens into the ileum. Okay, so this is how the secretions from the liver, it reaches the intestine, that helps in the secretion. Now, what is the secretion of the liver? It is referred as a bile. Okay, and bile, it is poured through the hepatic ducts. Joins with the it passes through the bile duct, and then it is drained to the ileum. Okay, in some cases it may be directly poured into the ileum, and it is used for helping in digestion. But other times when the food is not there in the intestine, what happens is it is stored in the gallbladder for a while. Okay, now pancreas, it is an inconspicuous and diffuse gland lying between stomach and duodenum, intestine. Okay, uh, leading from it, it is the pancreatic duct that opens to duodenum. It is actually diffuse structure. It is not compact structure. You won't be able to say the shape of the structure and all. It is just extends between what you call pyloric stomach and duodenum, and it opens into the duodenum. Okay, by way of pancreatic duct. And lying close to the outer side of the stomach is a structure known as the spleen. You can see over here the spleen here. Okay, it is on the outer side of the stomach, and it is involved in chemical modification, functional maturation, and storage of lymphocytes. It's a blood cell type, and it is actively involved in immune mechanism. Okay, so this is the like structural details of the digestive system. Now, what are the unique features we can see? They have a long alimentary canal because they are herbivorous in nature. Since there are no what you call salivary glands in the buccal cavity, no buccal digestion take place. Then unique features, there is the presence of pharyngeal teeth between the pharynx and esophagus that function as strainers, or what you call as a filtering apparatus. Okay, another structure associated with the pyloric stomach, it is a cardiac ceca. It is glandular in nature. Uh, Sorry, it is not glandular. Pyloric ceca is the glandular. Cardiac ceca, it is associated, it is found in between and at the junction between cardiac and the pyloric stomach. It is a lobular structure extending out. Okay, and then pyloric ceca, it is found associated with the terminal part of the pyloric stomach at the junction between pyloric stomach and duodenum, and it is glandular in function. Then there are two digestive glands. One is the liver, and the other is pancreas. Okay. So these are the different aspects of what you call the digestive system in the case of mullet. Right? Thank you.